Let's see where his strategy branches off from here. He's actually in a great position now, as long as he can just get these mutas, just run them all over the map, maybe try to run up, get those mutas to follow the Zerglings. But it looks like Kwanro is falling back with all of his Zerglings. He wants to have a nice little defensive line with Zerglings so that hive of Zerglings won't be able to run by and get into that main or something. That could be disastrous. But there's one Spore Colony, and I'm guessing the Scourge are going to pop very, very soon for Kwanro. And let's see what Hyvaa does. He's just hovering around, keeping his Zerglings by the natural. He's not running in just yet. Here comes the Scourge for Kwanro. Let's see if Hyvaa... No, Hyvaa loses one Muta. He does pick off a couple of extra Scourge, though, but he lost one Muta. And, oh, no, two more Scourge land, I think. I don't think that Mutalisk went down for Hyvaa, though, so... Hyvaa, what? He researched drop? Hyvaa is the one going for the wacky strategy right now. He researched drop, a slow drop of Overlords. And unfortunately, I'm not sure if it's going to work out for him or not. And now the Zerglings are coming in, trying to snipe that Spore Colony. That might actually work out fantastically. This is a very creative strategy from Hyvaa, and definitely not something I would have expected from a player like him in a situation like this, but still not able to get it done. I don't think that strategy quite worked out for him. But very, very surprising. That's why he stayed at one hatchery, so he could research all of that, because he couldn't afford a second hatchery with all the research he was getting done. But still, Kwanro is in a great position now. He has his mutas out, and he does have a couple of Scourge, so that's ridiculous. I've only seen drop in one other ZVZ game. It was great versus somebody. Might have been, I'm not sure who it was really, but it was on Heartbreak Ridge, and great. It was actually in mid to late game. It was, well, I guess mid-game, about 15 minutes in, I think. He researched drop, did a slow drop into the main with the Zerglings, just like that, but that didn't work out either. I haven't seen it work out fantastically yet. But now that Kwanro, he sees those Overlords that are still hovering around, so he's going to try to get rid of those. But let's see what happens. Let's see if Hyvaa can still utilize those Overlords, maybe get another drop. He is going to try another drop inside of the main, and probably going to try to pick off that Spore Colony. That will help him out in picking off the drones of that main, but still he's going to have a lot of mutas to deal with from an extra hatchery. Kwanro is just going to be able to outpump Hyvaa soon. Here comes another drop. Only a few Zerglings, about 4. And let's see if they're even enough to take out that Spore Colony. Might not even be enough. No, they're not enough. So both Spore Colonies in the red, but Hyvaa was not able to snipe either of them. So now, oh, he snipes one with his mutas, so now he's going to get some economic harassment done. But the longer he's waited here, the stronger that Kwanro has become, pumping from 2 hatcheries like this. So Kwanro, I'd say, is in a great position now. All he has to do is play defensively and get up. He's actually taking the 12 o'clock base, too. So he's taking his 3rd base, and he's just going to have such a huge advantage over Hyvaa soon. Hyvaa is still hanging in here with his mutas, but he's going to be dealing with reinforcements now. Kwanro building another Spore Colony just to play defensively. And Hyvaa actually had the muta advantage right there, but still... wasn't able to do anything with it, really. He killed a couple of drones at that natural expansion. I think that natural is no longer mining, but still, Kwanro is just going to have such a huge advantage soon, especially if Hyvaa never scouts the 12 o'clock. I mean, it's not very usual, not very ordinary to go for a 3rd base in a ZVZ, at least not this early. So Hyvaa might not even suspect that soon. He might not ever see that in this game, but we'll see if his instincts kick in. But Kwanro is going to be okay. As soon as that 3rd hatchery comes up, he's going to have a huge advantage, because he'll be pumping from 3 hatcheries versus what I think is still 1 from Hyvaa. Not sure if Hyvaa put down his 2nd hatchery or not. Have to look inside of his main. He just has his main, so he definitely hasn't expanded. If he has put down a 2nd hatchery, it's inside of his main and nowhere else. Let's see extra Scourge coming in. I don't see another hatchery, so Hyvaa has just been committing to 1 hatchery this entire time, his lair, for another drop coming in from Hyvaa. Oh, Hyvaa. So he might try to pick off a drone this time, because picking off the Spore Colonies isn't really going to get anything done for him. He's going to have to deal with mutas anyway, so at least try to get some economic damage. Sorry, my voice is cracking already. That's not a good sign for tonight. But here come 3 Zerglings, 3 measly Zerglings. Let's see if they get anything done inside of the main. The 12 o'clock position is already up and running, so Kwanro already has a huge economic advantage. Huge economic advantage over Hyvaa. But the Spore Colony actually goes down this time. But Kwanro has plenty of troops, plenty of mutas to take that out. He even has a few Zerglings. Almost said Scourge, and then I almost said mutas. There are the Zerglings. That's the unit I was looking for. Yeah, whenever you hear me pause before I say something, it's just because my brain is trying to parse out what unit I'm trying to think about. Because there's a lot of units in this game. Wow. Okay, so the Spore Colony goes down. Another Spore at the front goes down. And I think that Hyvaa was actually trying to build an offensive sunken. I think that's what that was at the front. But it looks like he's not going to be able to get that done. Another Spore Colony coming up for Kwanro. So Kwanro, I think he has more Mutalists at this point. If he doesn't have more, he's going to have more soon, just because he's pumping from more hatcheries. He had kind of a risky play going for that third base so soon, but that is going to pay off in spades because Hyvaa does not know about that at all, and there's another extractor coming up at the 12 o'clock position, so Kwanro's going to be able to support so many mutas from this. And now Hyvaa might be able to spot that base. He's flying up here. I still don't think he spotted that base, though. So sneaky Kwanro. And now Kwanro is defending that base. A lot of Scourge coming in now into play. A lot of Scourge land on Hyvaa, though. So Hyvaa being slowly whittled down to nothing. Nothing left for Hyvaa. There's the GG. Despite the creative play there from Hyvaa, just got smashed out of this OSL. I'm not sure if that was the best time to go for that creative kind of play against a player like Kwanro, who's a great ZVZ player. But that's it. This group is decided. It is Cal and Flash moving out of the group, and 2 Zerg players knocked out. Let's see how many Zerg players can actually move up in this OSL. I think it might be a stark contrast from last season, but let's see if that theory proves to be true. Well, this has been Nuke. Moving on to Group B.